Hey y'all, it's your friendly neighborhood undead panda here. I am so excited, y'all. It is almost Halloween, and so because I love spooky season so very much, as you can see, I went a little overboard on the makeup, but I wanted to do a Halloween episode for today and tomorrow for spooky season. And there are so many covers of wonderful Halloween songs that it was so hard to choose just two. But the first one I chose was Oogie Boogie's song, the original, and the cover by Voiceplay. The cover by Voiceplay was the first song I ever listened to by them, so it has a special place in my heart. Also, I love The Nightmare Before Christmas, just to begin with, so it just seemed perfect to kick off the last couple days of spooky season. So I put on my Jack Skellington makeup and gloves, and we're going to get right into this. Let's listen to the original Oogie Boogie song with Danny Elfman from the movie The Nightmare Before Christmas. You ready? Let's go. Oh no, it's Sandy Claus. I love the colors and the just this really eye-catching format that Tim Burton did, and the neon bright colors that he's using here. A lot of the town that Jack Skellington and the rest of them live in is very dark, very dank, but the characters tend to have a lot of accent colors in these neons going to them. And so obviously Oogie Boogie's layer has a lot of that too. But you get, the classic him throwing the dice at first, and you hear all the noises to go with it. I just love the visuals that come along with this.
Well, what have we here? Santa Claus, huh? Ooh, I'm really scared. So you're the one everybody's talking about. You're joking. I can't believe my eyes. You're joking me. You gotta be. This can't be the right guy.
It's completely, this whole entire thing, it's that sing speech that he's got going on there, which allows him to get really gregarious and really demonstrative with his expressions and oh my god, and all this kind of stuff. He really put forward that overly confident monster, like, please, you're gonna take my place? You're the one everybody wants? No, I don't believe it at all.
He's ancient. He's ugly. I don't know which is worse. I might just split a seam now if I don't die laughing first. Mr. Oogie Boogie says there's trouble close at hand. You better pay attention now, 'cause I'm the boogeyman. And if you aren't shaking, there's something very wrong. 'Cause this may be the last time you hear the boogie song. Whoa.
Oh my gosh, the background harmonies, that you can tell that they're very well done. They have great stacked harmonies in there. But the little greenling voices and the little undead voices that they have going with it just makes it so scary but cute at the same time. It's hard to do. I don't know what you would call that, but it's scary and cute at the same time. I'm loving this.
Hear the boogie song. Release me now, or you must face the dire consequences.
Oh my.
Children are expecting me, so please come to your senses. You're joking!
I love the Santa sounds so pompous and so, he sounds way too refined and good for Halloween. That it really contrasts him with the characters that were going here. And Danny Elfman's voice is so rich and so resonant that even when he's playing and he's doing these character voices and he's being really kitschy about it, you can hear the talent and the richness and the fullness of his voice.
You're joking. I can't believe my ears.
A little grit in there
Would
too.
someone shut this fella up? I'm drowning in my tears. It's funny. I'm laughing. You really are too much. And now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff. What are you going to do? I'm going to do the best I can. Whoa! Sound of rolling dice to me is music in the air. 'Cause I'm a gambling boogeyman, although I don't play fair.
He's put such a bluesy, jazzy feeling to this whole song. I love just listen to the whoa and the wails in his voice. It's just so emotive and so jazzy and bluesy. I love that style.
Sound of rolling dice to me is music in the air. 'Cause I'm a gambling boogeyman, although I don't play fair. It's much more fun, I must confess, when lives on the line. Not mine, of course, but yours, oh boy. Now that'd be just fine. Release me fast, or you will have to answer for this heinous act. Oh, brother, you're something.
I love the colors.
Put me in a spin. You aren't comprehending the position that you're in. It's hopeless. You're finished. You haven't got a prayer. 'Cause I'm Mr. Oogie Boogie, and you ain't going nowhere.
Oh, that laugh at the end. And then oh my gosh. Okay. That was the OG. That was Danny Elfman. And he had, the whole thing was kind of sung spoken word, but he still went way up in his range and his style. And so you could definitely still hear the resonance and the fullness of his voice. But let's just see what Voiceplay does with it. They obviously start off with Sandy Claus getting trapped right here. I mean, it even says creepy wind and snoring. Like he went to sleep or something when he got captured. But let's see what they do. Oh, they're the dice.
Well, what have we here?
Okay. Right off the bat, you get a little bit of difference because it's an a cappella group. They have to create the chords and the sounds of the instruments in the back. So it's gonna sound different because they don't have the jazz horn and the saxophone and stuff like that. They have to make these chords and these things by themselves. So it does have a smoother texture, but it still adds to it rather than taking away. You don't feel like you're missing anything. And Jack's voice, Jeff Castellucci's voice, obviously is much deeper than Danny Elfman's, but it still has that richness and that speaking oration kind of quality that they were going for even in the original.
Well, what have we here? Santa Claus, huh? Ooh, I'm really scared. So you're the one everybody's talking about.
Ooh, that
You're
laugh.
joking. I can't believe my eyes. You're joking me. You gotta be. This can't be the right guy. I don't know which is worse.
There's the next thing is, in the original, Danny Elfman, Oogie Boogie was the solo throughout the whole thing. He had a couple of, his skeletons would sing a couple of words every once in a while in the back. But this being an a cappella group, they had to find a way to include everybody. I love how most a cappella groups, they tend to not be a lead singer and their backup. They try to make sure that everybody gets their spotlight, everybody shines in the song. And so, yes, Jeff Castellucci is Oogie Boogie here, and he takes kind of the lead, but the rest of the guys have a part to play. In this case, they're playing the Lock, Shock, and Barrel and Zero in here. And so they add those little gremlin-y voices, and it adds texture and more theatricality. It's like a stage show rather than a movie and a cartoon. But that's what you need, I think, when you have things like this where you have no instruments, you have no special effects, or at least not very many, to keep the same attitude that you had before. And they do a masterful job of that.
Joking me, you gotta be. This can't be the right guy. I don't know which is worse. I might just split a seam now if I don't die laughing first. Mr. Oogie Boogie says there's trouble close at hand. You better pay attention now, 'cause I'm the boogeyman. And if you aren't shaking,
I always have to make sure I point this out. I love this portion of the song because listen to Ellie J. Nunn and Earl here in the background. They're doing the lock, shock, and barrel, and they're doing the this may be the last, but they're doing the this may be the last. They're doing a syncopated rhythm behind Jeff, so it adds more texture. They're not just singing the same thing as he goes. Listen to that real careful.
You aren't shaking, there's something very wrong, 'cause this may be the last time you hear the boogie song.
This right here, again, was my first ever song I ever listened to Voiceplay and Jeff Castellucci, and I was so impressed with his range, even now. And the more I've listened to them, and the more I've explored his solo stuff, I know that's not as low as he can go or as high as he can go, not even close. But this is still very impressive because both ranges, when he goes down into that lowest note and he goes up to the highest note, those are both in his chest voice. That's hard, y'all. That is unusual. So I love that he gets to. I love that he really gets to shine, in this one, and this was my first exposure because it's really impressive as a group and as a soloist.
I might just cook a special batch of steak and spider stew.
Don't you know the one thing that would make it work so nice?
A roly-poly Santa Claus
To add a little spice.
Actually, hold on. This part right here, I can't remember, y'all. I have a bad memory, so even just having listened to the song, the original, just a second ago, I don't remember. Did this part with Ellie and adding the Sandy Claus in for the snake and spider stew? Was that in the original, or did they add these lyrics? That's also impressive. That puts your own spin on it, but it kept true to the original, because that's they talk about way back that one of Oogie Boogie's favorite things and one of Lock, Shock, and Barrel's favorite things is when Oogie Boogie makes his snake and spider stew. So I love the little Easter egg that they're throwing in there.
It works so nice.
A roly-poly Santa Claus
To add a little spice. Release me now, you must face the dire consequences.
Here we go. This guy, he does something he does the pompous, you need to behave, children voice that the same guy in the original does, and I love that. I love that they included that, and they didn't just leave him out. They added this extra person in so that they would have all that.
Release me now, you must face the dire consequences. The children are expecting me, so please come to your senses.
You're joking, I can't believe my ears.
Okay, that gets me every time. I know this is but they apparently watch this.
I can't believe my ears.
They're not actually singing with these things in their mouths. I've tried to do something like that before, and it's nearly impossible. I have some Halloween fangs for a vampire, and it's nearly impossible to speak right with those in their mouths. So I know that this is just lip syncing to the track over the top, but it really is a clever effect.
I'm drowning in my tears.
It's funny. I'm laughing. You really are too much.
And now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna do the best I can. Hit it.
The sound of rolling dice to me is music in the air. 'Cause
guys.
Not mine.
Earl's got my favorite character voice of all of these guys. He's got that really, really high pitched goblin voice. I absolutely adore it.
I'm a gambling boogeyman, although I don't play fair. It's much more fun, I must confess.
Not mine, of course, but yours, oh boy. Now that'll be just fine.
Release me faster, you will have to answer for this heinous act.
Oh, brother, you're something. You put me in a spin.
You are comprehending the position that you're in. It's hopeless.
Now, in that part right there, you aren't comprehending the position that you're in. Earl's got the highest because he's got the rope, but then there's a really low, I'm not going to even try to do it, but there's a really low, really spooky reverb sound in there. Did they double Jeff? Is he down there, or because I thought I heard him? I'm not sure. Let me listen to that real quick.
Brother, you're something. You put me in a spin.
You are comprehending the position that you're in. It's hopeless.
Okay. You saw his mouth moving in the back there, so they must have put him on the bottom there too, since he wasn't doing the solo part over the top of him. He added his voice to their stuff too.
It's hopeless. You're finished. You haven't got a prayer.
Cause I'm Mr. Oogie Boogie, and you ain't going nowhere.
Okay, I know. We're going to go through this whole thing. If you've heard this before, you know why this is a bad place to pause. But I got to say it. Ellie is touted these days as rock god Ellie in Voiceplay, because he has that raspy 80s and 90s rocker kind of voice. This right here shows that Jeff's got it too. Okay? This is like 80s power ballad. We're back. Sorry, I had a little bit of technical difficulty there, but we're back. I want to stop here because, again, Ellie, we know he's got that rock voice. This shows that Jeff's got it too. This is like 80s power ballad thing going on here. This is awesome.
Ain't going nowhere. The Oogie Boogie Man.
Wait for it. Oh, y'all, like I say, I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I love Voiceplay. The original, just it was so in keeping with the movie, with the bright colors and the set design on it. And Danny Elfman is one of the masters of those kinds of character voices. He's one of the top ones up there, and so you can't beat him. There's no saying who's better or worse here. They both took this song, had so much fun with it. They picked the right person to be Oogie Boogie both times and made this their own and really, really played with it, had fun with it. Y'all, I am so glad I could share this with you for spooky season. I'm so glad you were able to join me. I hope that you have a great day, night, evening, whatever time zone you're in. Have a safe and happy Halloween. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.